thank you for stopping by for another video. And for those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Toby, an audio engineer at a Simple Life Studio, and this is my YouTube channel where it's all about music production, audio engineering, songwriting, and music business. And today I want to explain to you my humble opinion on mixing in mono. Mixing in mono is not just about the final listening device such as the speakers at your grocery store or at the restaurant, or your smartphone speakers or Bluetooth speaker. Mixing in mono is much more important to find out where frequency ranges are overlapping, for example. And I have an example what I would like to show you in a minute, and to show you what I am listening for when I switch to mono on my monitoring setup, on my monitoring chain. So let's dive right into the session and let's find out the benefits of mixing in mono. So what we have right here are a couple of guitars. Two guitars at the beginning, and one is panned hard left and the other one is panned hard right, and let's just listen to them as they are. These are raw recordings. I have nothing done to them yet, so let's have a listen. So, sounds not too bad as they are, but now listen what happens when I switch to mono. It's right up in the center. And it's almost impossible to identify both guitars. What makes it even more difficult is that both guitars are playing the same registers, are playing almost the same chords, and are overlapping almost the whole frequency area. And now let's find out how we can separate them both a little bit more. Let's start with this guitar. What's important for this guitar, it has a lot of body, not that much highs. And for the highs I'm gonna take the broken chords guitar, which is this one. So broken guitars, let's start with this one. And let's boost the highs a little bit first. Now cutting away all the low frequency stuff we don't need. There's a lot of stuff going on in the low area, but there is not that much musical information in it. So what else? Can cut a little bit of the higher mids for the other guitar to come through a little bit better. So now let's pick the second guitar. Let's listen in solo first. And at this guitar, I guess we need a little more mids, high mids. We can also push the bottom end a little bit more and cut away all the low lows and cut out a little bit of the boxiness. So now let's check them both together in mono. Still one guitar. sounds a lot more cleaned up than before. This is with both EQ settings we have just set up turned on, and let's go find the difference. Let's bypass both equalizers. This is without. It's a lot muddier and you can't identify both guitars. And now let's turn back to, let's just turn on the equalizers again and now separate them back to stereo. This is in stereo with both equalizers on. Let's bypass them. Hear the difference? It's not very much, but it's more cleaner, not that muddy. And this, in my opinion, is the benefit of mixing in mono, because you can identify the overlapping frequencies much better. Now let's bring in a third guitar. Once more in mono. There's a lot of muddiness going on again when the third guitar comes to the other two guitars, and let's pick up the third guitar. Let's cut out some muddiness first. It's around the 450, 500 area, I guess. Low cut. A little boost at 1K. And now let's switch back to stereo. We start in mono, all the three guitars. Now in stereo. And that's it. This is why I like to switch to mono at some stage in the mixing phase, just to find out where the overlapping frequencies are and to clean them up a little bit better than you can in stereo. Because in stereo, all instruments are panned far away from each other. There's a physical distance between them, but as soon as you start overlapping the instruments on top of each other, you can clearly identify where the frequencies are overlapping and where it starts to get muddy. And this is what I like mixing in mono at some point, not always, but all the time, when I feel like there is something going on at the same frequency areas and at the same frequency spectrums. And I feel like it's going muddy when more instruments come together to play. And yes, if there's something in this video that might help you, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and feel free to drop a comment with your opinion on mixing in mono. And see you at the next video. Ciao!